Elijah Craig Barrel Proof A125. How does it stack up against last year's C batch? And we're going to compare it to the Larceny A batch this year. So let's see. Let's get this on the nose. Fruitier, much fruitier. A lot of berries, like red berries, caramel, some nougat kind of coming out there. Love good nougat scent. Let's get it on the palate. See how she translates. Peanut, salted caramel, a lot nuttier on the palate that I did not get on the nose at all. Definitely that salted caramel. That is really, really there. Hangs around on the tongue for a while. It is pretty drying. Sip 2, it got better. A little more oak came out, at least from what sip 1 was. A little more rye spice actually came out to where didn't pick up a ton of that. Salt died down a little bit and brought out that oak, that rye, a little more chocolate on the finish, which was nice. Is it one of the best batches that they've ever put out? Probably not when you have monsters like C923. C924 seems to go into more of just a traditional realm to what you were expecting from Elijah Craig. You do have a lot of barrel char, a lot more oak influence, I feel like, at least on the C batch. I understand the ages are close on this one, but there's a lot more age that comes out on the C batch of last year. Your brown sugars, your caramel, and your vanillas are there. Let's get on the palate. Peanut butter, cinnamon, oak. There's a nice richness, there's an oiliness to this. All right, let's revisit the A batch. A loses what that saltiness was. It brings forward this vanilla custard berries that is starting to kind of ramp up when you're comparing it from what this brown sugar oak bomb is. You either want brown sugar, oak, caramel, and vanilla, or you want berries, caramel, and nougat, a little bit of leather kind of mixed in there. Let's see, how does Larceny A125 stack up against the Elijah Craig A125? Vanilla, a lot of caramel, but that vanilla is very strong. That sweetness comes roaring through. There is still a velvety-ness to the Larceny that they did a really great job with this A125. Thick vanilla custard, red fruits coming out on this palate where it came out on the nose on this one. Little cinnamon spice on the tongue coming out. This one's going to be tough. This one's splitting hairs. This is definitely going to boil down to preference. I think my preference is probably the Elijah Craig by a point or two. What Larceny's pumping out is extremely close. If you want more vanilla with your dark fruits, I think you're here. If you want more baking spice, nougat, caramel with that vanilla, I think you have to go with the Elijah Craig. Let's get into scoring. Let's wrap this up. Elijah Craig always seems to be firmly in the good stuff. So let's get a score on the senses. We're just going to go 77. I think it's firmly in the good stuff. This isn't one of the top batches from the last handful of years. I think it's really approachable for someone getting into that barrel proof piece of it.